So I am a mum of three, and my background with music and singing is actually pretty non-existent. I have no background in singing at all. Music-wise, I played the piano for a short while when I was younger, but nothing significant, nothing major. I actually was asked to start singing up front in our church back in January of this year, so January 2024. It actually came at a really good time, and we just found out that my dad was unfortunately diagnosed with terminal cancer, so it meant that he was passing away. So I actually found it a great comfort and a source of strength and peace singing at that time, and learning the songs that we were going to be singing on a Sunday really took my mind off of everything that was going on, and it really did help. I realised though that actually I had no idea how to sing. I'd never really sang before at all. I know that I've always loved to hear people sing, and I've always said, oh, I really wish I could sing myself. So that is what prompted me to think about taking some singing lessons. And I was very blessed to come across Dione, and I was able to book lessons with her on Zoom. And it was really easy and simple to book those lessons in, and it made it really accessible, especially for me, mum of three, and I've only got small pockets of time, I would say. So it made it possible for me to have singing lessons, which is great. Skills and techniques that we went through, it was literally starting from the beginning for me, because like I said, I've never sang before. So I was very honest with Dione, and I said to her, I think you're going to have to literally teach me everything, because from the ground up, because I don't know anything. I've never sang before. And she was so lovely, so warm and so welcoming, that my nerves dissipated quite quickly, because I was understandably quite nervous about actually singing in front of someone that I didn't know. And for me, it was a big thing. Actually, it was a big thing. But as soon as we got talking, yeah, she's just great. She's just great at making you feel really calm and relaxed, and also just really encouraging. So it gave me the confidence to be able to really go for it and take a lot from the lessons and learn a lot and sing a lot, essentially. I would say that memorable moments was just laughing together, actually. It's just wonderful. It's wonderful to just laugh with someone. It's wonderful to connect with someone in that way and be able to just sing together. Hearing Dion's beautiful voice as well was always a highlight of my lessons. And the lessons would entail working on things like breath work, which I knew nothing about, so now I do. So breath work, we did voice techniques so that I could actually hit the notes. I never even knew about sort of changing the voice slightly so you can hit notes, so that was great. We did some straw work as well, which leads on to breath work, and also helping with posture so that I could get the power that I needed, that actually I never knew I had within my voice. And finding the yell pocket actually was my most memorable and useful thing, and essentially that was my singing voice. Like, I didn't even know I had that. I was raised to be seen and not heard, so that meant that my voice was always very held back. I didn't know how to raise my voice or to sing outwardly or to yell even. It wasn't something that I'd ever been able to do, or I'd allowed myself to do, at least. So learning that was essentially the biggest step for me, in finding my singing voice. The other thing that was super helpful was Dion is actually trained in massage techniques, and we realised my mouth would not even open when we first started, and by the end of our course of lessons, I mean, my jaw is now freely opening. I have no more pain, and I didn't realise how much pain and strain that I was taking actually in my jaw and, you know, all my muscles down here. So that was wonderful. So I learned things beyond singing techniques, which actually you realise as you're going on how useful and crucial they are to learn. So the one thing about Dion is that she can teach you those things that maybe some other teachers might not be able to, because she is actually qualified in, you know, those massage techniques. So she knows all about the muscles and how super important it is for your vocal cords, you know, your breath work, everything, to have that all nice and relaxed and in place. So yeah, she taught me posture, you know, how to feel for where my voice should be, how to feel for where my breath should be, all of those things. I mean, I learned such a lot in such a short space of time. All I can say is it's wonderful. And I think if you're thinking about taking singing lessons, then of course I'm now going to say, you know, if you can book in with Dion, then you must book in with her, because she's got such great knowledge. She's got such great understanding. She is fantastic at encouraging you. She has got a beautiful voice, which is always useful, isn't it, when you want to learn from someone, I think. So I would 100% recommend her if you are even contemplating having vocal coaching, singing lessons. Yeah, don't think twice.